morning and welcome to your second edition of Epic Sports. We come to you right on Epic Radio 99.3 FM this morning, and me will bring Epic Sports to you. My name is Mohammed to be carried with this Tuesday morning. In the program this morning, we don't see a lot of deliberation around the SLFA Constitution. Some don't analyze within understand some parts of the Constitution, and some as well don't try to understand the SLFA Constitution. So they asked the question this morning: if the SLFA Constitution need a review in order for let them make some amendment in the Constitution. So if you feel like the SLFA Constitution need a review, so if I can't talk more on that, we go get Kweku Leaks. ESQ will just be elected as an EXCO official for the second term, and that's where we'll get the former Secretary General now the Football Association, when Christopher Kamara as well, go do with me in the studios. We can look at all the parameters around the constitution of the SLFA if it really need a review. These two great men will join me in the studio shortly. Fella, we start the ball rolling, but first we'll go for break from with partners when I want expert.
For the best betting experience, register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new loans. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on the sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for get strength to the game. It's easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
1xBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at 1xbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
You then look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new loans. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on the sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for get strength to the game. It's easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
1xBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at 1xbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
You then look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new loans. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on the sports events them like football, basketball, tennis and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for give strength to the game. It's easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card. But not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard or Visa Card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
Welcome back from the break. You listen to it live on 99.3 FM. You can also watch the show live on the Facebook page, both Epic Radio and Slick TV Facebook page, so you're not going to miss any moment of which we did discuss now the program this morning, and as well you can always tune to 99.3 FM. So I there with two great men in the studios, and I there with His Lord Worship, the Deputy Mayor of Freetown, and also we don't be re-elected for serve now the Executive Committee of the SLFA for the second time. Now, a pleasure to get you. I think this is the very first time we get you on this radio. Good morning.
Good morning, Toby. Thank you. Good morning, viewers. Thank you.
And I swear we do it, well, I don't want to call him former because I know he's still the Secretary General of the SLFA. So we're there with Christopher Kamara in the studios. Good morning.
Good morning, listeners. Good morning, Epic Radio.
I want to start with His Lord Worship. First, congratulations for you re-elected as a committee member. What did this mean for you for serve for the second term now the highest body in football at the land?
Well, this second time ironically presents me a very unique opportunity to actually get to grapple with all the things that we unfortunately we missed out on the last time. The whole idea in the last executive, for Leah as the legal person, be the person responsible for compliance, we get for the governance, for bring the governance issue to the stakeholders and by extension to the people of Sierra Leone, because the love of the game, it cannot be questioned in this country. And you get a big challenge when people, for the most part, do not understand the governance of the game, how the rules are interpreted, and that the compliance of the rules that they start. And we started off quite well the last time around, but obviously a lot of things that we weren't documented, issues within the executive committee. I mean, one person way, I always stand for compliance. As a legal person, I cannot be seen to be condoning the wrong thing being done. You know, go tell me so I can't speak out on it. So this time around, if you ask me which I look forward to, if we ensure that job having start, that continuum to a logical conclusion, whereby the governance of the game will be brought to the people in a proper medium, not by just a few people. We want to continue for assume knowledge on issues we do not really want to be honest about, because it's not that they don't know the truth, but they don't want to be honest because for the most part their view is very self-serving. So we need to change them, and we need to make sure this is not Sierra Leone football, not to a regional football. This is not Sierra Leone football. And as an executive, we want to deliver and do good things. You have to start by setting a bright example, which is complying with the very statutes we are responsible for your existence.
Yeah, we go for really, because that is we main focus of our discussion. If we feel like whether the statutes or the constitution need to get some review. As you mentioned, most of you 4 years as an executive member now in terms of for governance and for implement some of the article in the statute. But come to think of it now, when I fall apart with the president, looking at the fact, say, when I give a reasons why I think, say, ABNC was not going the right way. What I don't they very mute over the years for coming speak out. Can we really know what me transpire will lead for when I get a divided executive?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, this is not really the time and a life for go back to the granular, because most of the position then we've been hold and complain about were documented. All the relevant authorities, they will forget and get to the farm. So I don't believe, see, this is not the time for go over the point and there. But which thing I believe so for land farm, that the mistakes them will lead we to also we end up. And I keep saying this, as a leader, you get for lead by example. And the rules we're responsible for your existence. You go for respect them, you go for comply with them. And the rules, they're not did it for suit anybody inconvenience. They didn't forget a system we structured, we organized, we will make for proper accountability in the governance of the game. That is why we have these rules. And as an executive committee, I will encourage we all, including the stakeholders, follow me, make sure so we adhere to these rules. Otherwise, that's where we start getting it wrong.
Back on to Chris Kamara, and do you think, when it comes for interpret the statute in the constitution of the SLFA, many people account on you that you can be in a better position in guiding the process? In your honest opinion, do you think we need to review the SLFA constitution?
Well, first, good morning again. You make the thing difficult today because I sit here with somebody we make the public know who than this person.
Okay.
Because some
you are permitted to do that.
Yeah, some people can just look at Mr. Kwekulisk, Esquire, Deputy Mayor, and say because you get them people in the can say who's taking our football and everything. To be, I will stay out with a proud chest that the success story of Madam Aisha Johansson, I demand this. If Madam Aisha is where she is today in world football, this is the man that has done everything. Not to Chris, not to nobody. It's this man. And if you look at the success story from 2004, imagine 2 individuals hosted the biggest international tournament in Sierra Leone ever, the AIYT. Then produced one of the best emerging talents. Nature snatched him away from we. A player who they call Madam.
Yeah.
Look at the success stories. Madam ascendancy to become the president of SLFA. She moved becoming a council member, an executive member of CAF. She moved becoming a council member of FIFA. There was an engine. And one thing we always stand on our compliance. If you always understand, say this word compliance, now one thing within a Madam emotes.
Yeah.
So now you don't know side this was come out. Compliance. So let's just say they've produced players that we don't play. Almost you get about 7, 8, 9 players they play in the national team. If you look at the Kwame, you name them, Babu and others, he produced them. And Johansson was one of the most structured club in document wise. It was one of the most structured club and every other thing. So I just want to let people to understand if today he is at this stage being elected to an executive position again. And this has always been his place. FIFA and CAF always they push a statute of federations has to be reviewed. And he's also in charge of that. It has to be reviewed. Preferably between every 4 years, the statute. You know, say this statute will depend on so. It was enacted and approved in 2019. Mm-hmm. So by 2025 now, you're going to see at least it will last 5 years or more. So that review. And again, they've done a job with FIFA. The document is there. The executive don't come back. Then go look at us as an executive, look at what is good and what is not good. And mind you, the statute of the SLFA has to be in compliance with CAF and FIFA. And these people know they seem to understand. If you say SLFA get a standalone statute, a statute is a mirror of CAF and CAF is a mirror of FIFA. They've worked on a document, even though Congress rejects, and maybe Congress do not have the opportunity, and because of the environment will be so challenging. But I think now with a very steady executive, steady membership, go back to Congress, explain to Congress the importance, maybe review and certain things then the way challenging between regulations and statute. Because I'll give you a typical example. Imagine there was a petitioner we petitioned Mr. Lisk. Mm-hmm. I don't want to put this topic around Mr. Lisk, but please bear with me, your worship. Somebody petitioned Mr. Lisk say he was not endorsed in the regulation of the electoral committee. You know, say they are permitted to draw up regulation, but the statute takes precedence. Imagine you did petition a very seasoned lawyer over 20 years called to the bar. You petition and say a regulation say forget endorsement from the region who say come out. How do you determine who say somebody come out? Is it by his surname? Is it by outside the sleep? No. Is it by outside the work? No. All the executive who they elect so now all over the country they come on. I feel we all day. So basically, there was a situation where you see that the ethics board look at and say, hey, he's correct. The statute say you have to be nominated by a member of SLFA and seconded. Endorsement not to a statutory provision, not a regulation.
If you say this don't be the problem over the years where people see the reality of their own book but try to shift the goalpost for otherwise.
Mr. Leak said it. You see, with the macro manage, let's tell you, okay, let's take this to this era. What you will be get so today, will they get a face out? Will they get a face out of decency, responsible people coming now into the game as against the formula of gangsterism where don't they operate? I can call on the Awoko mentality, where the constitution they say one thing, Awoko get you interpretation of blessed memories. Now I guess somebody who can tell say we Awoko quotes, go look the book. Now what people they do, they quote for their own convenience. Me not a lawyer. These are the lawyers. But how you go take one provision of a statute and interpret them for fitting situation?
That is exactly why I come to His Lord Worship. As a seasoned lawyer, not just a football administrator, by the way, as a seasoned lawyer, you can interpret the constitution for we better. We talked to you partially like a minute in the hall with regards who should preside over Congress. The public one forgets. Chris don't do a lot over the past month now, I can say, in terms of sensitizing the public. But what exactly that article is say? Is it that if the president not the Congress not for whole?
Well, you see, clearly not, because the problem, what if you realize, with statutes, there's a presumption of a certain level of integrity. We bestow on them people and we're responsible for being the custodians of the statute. When you get the knowledge of the statute without the necessary integrity, you get problems. Because there's no way a statute could be intended for be counterproductive to itself. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
There is no way the statute will create a statute where they look for solutions and for address problems where it end up becoming a problem of itself intentionally. It's very clear. You get the president, you get the first vice president, you get the vice president too. That's not for ensure there's never a vacuum in that space. So it follows, it's logical. The president in this case did not die. Okay? He's been disqualified. So it means he cannot come. Naturally, the vice president too, for stepping into his shoes. What's happened? Himself no show up. So what does that tell you? It tells you the vice president, might be not one not show up. It tells you the vice president too is now mandated according to the statute. And the idea for say, oh, the president of the day, it's impossible. The statute cannot say that. And if you say there's no provision in the statute we say waiting for happen, that is misleading.
So it means if people are forced for absent the president, as if there is nobody who step in that vacuum.
Absolutely, and it is impossible because already the statute don't tell you say even the governance of Sierra Leone as a country, we don't get a situation where the speaker will act as president when the president and the vice president know the. So there's never a vacuum in that space. And let me tell you what else. Somebody can meet me at the table, okay, who can tell me say, well, come back to the statute, the review of the statute. We tell me say, quickly this problem that we happen so because we not adopt the statute with FIFA we not work on because for address all the issues here. I laugh. I tell and say, you know, full well say this is not about the statute. It's about something else completely different. I say, and you know full well say the very statute we talk about so it make very clear provisions for situations, for argument's sake. Let me say, yes, the statute not provide for this. There's a residuary clause, Article 82, which says final disposition. When say final disposition, it means if we not provide for anything within this statute, the EXCO for decide. What are the EXCOs? Again, there's not a vacuum. The EXCO there will be most recently elected by Congress that they get for seats on them. So the idea of what's careful deliberately mislead people and say the statute is not perfect, has to be reviewed. Then they will agree on that. But notwithstanding, it has worked for the last election. If we comply and use the required requisite integrity, I'm telling you, Toby, if we review the statutes, they will not use the necessary integrity way for carry time, we get Boku argument and Boku problem there. And again, I can tell you, see, one of the reasons then why many of the delegates, so I don't know exactly why they not adopt the statute when they engage to that stage there, because there's a lot going on at that time. But one thing why I get from them was that they don't know enough about it, they're not informed enough about it, for they're able to say yes, then they can adopt it now. Because some of them may even say the same problems that will be happening apparently with this current statute will repeat itself. And if you want the workshopping for engaging around the country for sensitize stakeholders then properly, not happen. So if you find out, say, if that not happen, people will still continue to misunderstand the interpretation of the statutes. And the only way we would begin address governance in football, especially in Sierra Leone, that we bring the governance structure to the people. Let people understand them, not to secret. I don't observe a lot, like even in the space, in the public space, because I'm a private sector person. And I observe, say, some of the rules and regulations, like we on side, where they easily, you can fend them, you can not offend them, you can fend on different sources. But within certain spaces, certain critical documenting where they provide you with knowledge in the space, you find out that can be hidden. You know, and people like often they rely on sometimes somebody popular in your interpretation without actually understanding what they actually are saying. You know, so we need to really bring this governance to the people, to the stakeholders. So when you talk to a chairman, the district chairman, Bombali or Moyamba, able to go through a session with you. And as Chris they say, let's not forget, even if the SLFA statute not cover them, CAF statute cover them, it apply to it. And if the CAF statute not cover them, FIFA statute cover them, it apply to it. So this is interpretation. So there's never a vacuum. So for let somebody they behave in such an animated manner, so violent, like Chris they say, you know, it's really, really disturbing, because all for proof insist on the wrong thing.
The last time we'll get you, Secretary, you referenced about St. Plata and Michel Platini. Say few minutes or few hours to then Congress, FBI come and arrest them, and the Congress not cancel. So what does that mean? According to within his Lord Worship say, whether the president did or not, hence there is somebody winning president in that category for go ahead with the Congress.
Absolutely correct. There is no power vacuum. Okay, again, for within his lordship, the mayor say, let's assume the constitution will make provision for that. But that is the highest body of football. That is the parliament. By themselves, if they get 2/3 majority,
Congress for whole.
Approve, no, they can. If they get 2/3 majority, they agree, say Mr. Abdul Turi can chair we in this Congress. It is lawful and binding. And I think, say, my colleague, the FIFA guy, will be there. Remind them of that. That this is the highest body. Okay, let us assume, say, the constitution will speak in-depthly on that, just like what the mayor say. But this is not Congress. Our cooking say, or blessed memories, the only thing Congress not they do now for man to man or man to woman. By themselves. And the other thing we do not understand is, there are other federations today, we get 6 vice presidents. For God and heaven's sake, just like what the mayor say. You say you get vice president, you get vice president to 1, you get vice president 2. The man is what? President. In the absence of the vice president 1, who takes over? The man they sign check. The man they give instructions to SLFA. The man in position only redundant when the president is present. But in the absence of the president and the vice president 1, the man becomes active. He's a leader.
So it means now at the beginning for camp close, so we hear exactly what they say. So it means the word president not specify whether is the first or second or third president who will preside over Congress.
Thank you. The thing say the president chairs Congress.
So you not specify whether it's the first, second or third.
Thank you. It just said the president. So and there is a disposition. The guy say Article 82. The executive bidede we get power, the administrative power for run football. if by themselves again the executive, according to Article 82, just like waiting the mayor say, agree by themselves, say Mr. Almami Yusuf can go chair this Congress, and that was what happened. Now they give you not forget about Plata Force, Locana Saloon in 2015 in McKinney. Mr. Lisk advised Madam President say, then go take the stakeholders and we no get legality. Article 19 of the FIFA statute say a body not recognized by FIFA, once you are not elected or approved, FIFA don't recognize you. We be get a body they call stakeholders. You remember?
Yeah.
Under the former His Excellency the President Ernest Bai Koroma. Then go to Parliament and State House. They agree say, let's go to the Congress. But they say they don't want Madam Aisha for chair. State House, they ask them who down one. They say Dr. Patikoka of the NOC. Is he a member of the executive committee? No. Was he elected by Congress? No. That was an abrogation of the statute. But then talk to Madam, we get the authority say, for the sake of peace, allow this. The man will chair the Congress. So there was no problem. So why now? Would they cherry pick something we not dey in we interest?
So in your words, before we go for break, that all due process we have followed before this Congress happened?
Absolutely. And again, there is a document, and I think I will again advise loyalists way there, where the need for popularize also the standing orders of Congress. The standing orders of Congress get punitive measures on the conduct and character of members and delegates representing members in that Congress. And the way people they misunderstand is, you are in that Congress not representing yourself. If like give example, FC Yohansin send me for go represent Chris Kamara, now FC Yohansin send me. Me conduct in that Congress not to Chris Kamara.
FC Yohansin.
Now when they do the roll call, then they say FC Yohansin, then you answer present. So if you misbehave, the Congress takes action against you. Not to you, they take action against only. They don't take action against FC Yohansin. So if they ban you, they don't ban FC Yohansin.
Wow.
Now let people understand this. So the individual conduct, no get anything for do. So individually, you idea, you reasoning, you argument, no get no grounds. You speak on behalf of a member.
All right.
Now when you grab for talk, you the state, you know call your name Chris Kamara, FC Yohansin. They know say being a member duly elected and also don't comply with Congress and get the right for speaking at Congress and take the issue at Congress. So if I say FC Yohansin, imagine I misbehave. Now that don't misbehave.
FC Yohansin.
Thank you.
Continue to go for a quick break. When we can look at some parts again because it's very, very, very important to get two great personnel in the studios where one don't serve 4 years as an executive committee member. Is also going now. Let's go for a break. We'll continue this conversation.
OneXBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at onexbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
You dey look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new leones. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino game, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for give strength to the game. It easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card. But not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard or Visa Card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
OneXBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at onexbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
You dey look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new leones. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for give strength to the game. Easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use am later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat wey use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. 1xBet na the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One and the Confederation of African Football. So know now say you dey na good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
OneXBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at onexbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
You dey look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new leones. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for give strength to the game. Easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use am later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat wey use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. 1xBet na the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One and the Confederation of African Football. So know now say you dey na good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
All right, welcome back from the short break on 99.3 FM this morning, and we still get His Lord worship between the studios, quick colleagues, by the way, and also get Christopher Kamara, the Secretary General. Why I still insist as call him the Secretary General, because I know we don't see any press release from the SLFA where she'll say whether they don't dismiss him or he's still, because if Benson still use acting, it means there is somebody within that capacity as Secretary General. Let's come back to His Lord worship. Let me also look at this executive now. Other school of thought could say the only change in this executive now, Harold Nat Johnson will not be parts of my executive again. Other school of thought could say would change then go on for bring now. Let me talk about this executive in as much as we are not sit yet much, but these are people you know you've worked with over the years. What do you know the change we will not envisage in the first 100 days or in the first 1 year?
What's critical, fully we understand the nature of the executive, and as much as we talk about the composition. One thing we get wrong last time around was the idea for treat the executive with space as an executive presidency, which it is not. It is an executive committee. So it means collectively the executive committee has the power to do what is needed for improved Sierra Leone football. The last time, for the most part, it was more of an executive presidency, where we caused a lot of challenges. So going forward, my colleagues then, we are doing it now, most of them go attest to this fact, see, only many reasons them who decide to take the stance will take are because of the style of governance, which departed significantly away from the intention of the statute again. Because when you look at what they make you eligible for stand and how the composition of the executive, it tells you, it is clear in the statute, it is an executive committee and not an executive presidency. So this time around, we look forward to the bloodlines do not cross the line by mistake. Because it began up in small tea, the last time tea, it became something else. But this time around, me and my colleagues then, as the whole team, because if you watch, like Chris said earlier, this is a different team. This is a team of responsible people who look forward for can deliver standards within the structures of Sierra Leone football. And the first side we will look forward for start and for ensure people and know see the executive committee can get the power and the engine. And the same goes for each and every other executive committees along the football structures. The regional excos, the district excos, even your club who you get, if you executive committee, these people must be respected. Because these are the people, not to football, a team game, not a one-man show, not one man to decide everything, no. And I can show and say, the leader, the president will get now, who will work with, we will all for come together now for support and put your hand under, for get this nation in game, the game go before. Now somebody will always consult. And it don't assure we as an exco. And the stakeholders them, in fact, in first statements, they make them very clear. So no go do anything without consulting executive committee. And I look forward to that so much.
Chris, when you've been in at the SLFA, we see a united force of an executive, in as much as, imagine for FETs, people that we call the FET, they even name themselves as stakeholders. They organized Super 10 League. Still, Chris was with the executive and the Secretary General. When you come out of the race, many people will only point out, say, every ugly incident at the FA was Chris Kamara. And some people take that for the reality. But when you left the space, it's become even worse than within people with the talk. A divided exco, a divided secretariat. What do you think that be really the problem? Will you be able to stick with Madam Aisha? You aren't saying, I mean, all the odds by then, but this executive fall out so easily.
Thank you, Toby, for this question. But honestly, I would have loved, honestly, listen, Mr. Liski, I would have loved before them day out and listen this program. Then you bring me in. You know the reason why?
No.
There are now key policy statements coming out. And if you watch it, I'll give you an example. Why was Chris Kamara, Madam Aisha Johansson, acquitted and discharged in the ACC case? Because it was the executive committee that went and testified, not to Chris Kamara or Madam Aisha. Mr. Lisk mentioned very key thing here, and I'm so happy. He not only stick to the SLFA executive committee, don't cascade that now down, right to the list. And I tell you, Toby, this is where the problem lies in Sierra Leone football. I repeat them. Mimanism and gangsterism. If this executive puts these things into perspective and action, knowing the kind weight and discipline we are known, especially for Mr. Lisk as a legal person, trust me, one of the many problems of the Football Association has been solved. Wherein, instead of having powerful institutions, instead of having powerful bodies, we get powerful individuals.
What is gangsterism we talk about? You work with His Lord Worship, the executive, before they send you on leave. These were the same things will be happen. What are some changes?
Allow me, like I make statements.
All right, okay.
I worked with the Thomas Daddy Brahma executive. Under the Madam Aisha, the executive committee runs SLAFA, not Madam Aisha. But in this situation, it go shock you for no say to be. They get a body we know the work na SLAFA, then they under the tree. Now then they determine even who's executive or can
But you have been did it. This have since
Thank you.
happened.
When I took up fight with these people and try for kick them out, Chris Kama and problem and they staff start. If Chris not left this laffer, this office not go be okay. But they tell you for free. How do you have somebody that is not working? They determine a board member. Imagine board member that they come for meeting. Now they go get down and they cost them. These are the people where they determine and then they get the backing of the former president. And they say this openly with full chest. Then they get the backing. Imagine executive committee members then come out an ESCO meeting. Then you get all kind Tom, Dick and Harry. They can raise all kind of insults. A man of this caliber, even to Inca, the one for even attempt for attack there. Did you hear any?
And the SLF secretary.
Yes. Did you hear any condemnation from the president? No. Did you hear any press release from SLF condemning that kind of act? No. Have you not seen situation wherein SLF executive committee members not they participate in international matches, but then get other people the way they travel with the national team? Have you not seen that? Have you not had that? Have you not seen situation wherein the executive committee of SLF be they under the tick, whereas the elected officials
you ever make some
offices?
You try hard for see that this is also the right way they happen. Which that be the whole way play by.
I have 5 minutes of excuse. It was an item brought under AUB. At some point they gave me the first time they gave me an instruction for kicking them out. I did that. Then broke all the bench. Then asked everybody out. Wait till they do. They reorganize themselves back. They make a team. Patch fence tickling now with the president. Then the president see them like say this now. And I'm going to say this again. You can bring to Mr. President, former President Naya. I personally warned the president. You cannot run football without your executive committee. You know to executive president. I say the success of Madam Aisha, he hinged strongly on the executive committee. I go tell you for free, Toby. People be the same Madam Aisha. You talk now for 8 years. Nobody will shake Madam because the executive committee. And FIFA respects the executive committee. Let's tell you this today. FIFA and CAF respect because Gianni Infantino knows the importance of the executive committee. And for tell you again, you see when the executive committee decides 7 out of the 11, when they decide to say, okay, people misunderstand this. There was no division
within the EXCO.
No.
I
mentioned the statement. I said there was no division.
Right, okay.
You know what did they do? They took a position from staying away from the actions of the president. But they supported the president's agenda on everything. They took part in meetings. Their meetings, actions, then they quite, it will shock you for no say executive they take decision. The president they give instructions say we are not implementing the decision and simply because he don't discuss with third parties and then give them other ideas.
You be there secretary during this period?
No, I wasn't part of the okay. I can give you example. I have seen on social media, I have read from FIFA letters, series of letters written to FIFA by the executive committee calling the president to order. I'll give you a typical example. How would you challenge your executive committee in the appointment of the Premier League board chairman as a president? That's an impeachable action. The executive committee and I get the mandate for appointing Premier League board chairman, not the president. Even the general secretary and the executive, they hire him and then they fire him. So how you president will say unilaterally, powers invested in me as president, I have decided that this should be. This go say no. And at the end of the day, would that decision stand? It's the executive committee. So I'm glad the way Mr. Lisk mentioned, say, then this time around, they not only come for implement this at SLFA level, even to club level. Toby, there are certain clubs at the Premier League, they don't have an executive. Then they put anybody in MD, but they don't have an executive. They take unilateral decisions, they take decisions on their own, and these are the people where they cause the confusion into football. Let's say, for example, if you get executive committees functioning well at regional level, some of them things could have been solved at district level. Some of these things could have been solved. But Toby, I can ask Epic Radio for do a fact-finding mission. Go talk to the WAFA executive. Ask them if they get any knowledge about these delegates they would then choose for represent WAFA. If it was an executive committee decision, ask them for the minutes. Ask those who participated. They will tell you no. The same thing you ask other regional associations. Okay, we've seen regional associations them way. I can tell you for free, I'm not there for praise. The southern region, the eastern region, the northwestern region. Go to these regions. You see, say anything that they do, they get an executive authority. Now I make you they see say you know they will shake there. Because everything, even if na letter they send, you see they send the minutes. Where the meeting was held, how the meeting was held, who participated in the meeting, and then they attach the statutes. So that is telling you about structure. But I'm glad that on the starting point, that one, the president where they come in for know the value of an executive committee.
Okay, I think you mentioned that in.
If you look at the article 34 of the statutes, now the only body this way get power, other than Congress. President don't get power.
All right,
that finish.
Yes.
Article 37 say the president represents SLFA legally. People don't know say the president they perform a representative capacity. And Article 37(2) say he implements decision made by the following: 1, Congress; 2, the executive committee; 2, the general secretariat. Nobody not tell you say the president implement decision made by himself or herself.
Because most of the appointment they say the executive committee.
Thank you. And okay, that is the catch. Let's give you another thing. Outside the executive disagree. How you go take a unilateral decision? But when they put out a statement, it say based on the decision of the executive committee. So the individual say you cannot be using the executive committee in your unilateral decisions. So they decide to disassociate themselves from the actions, decisions, and activities of the president, not the office.
Okay.
I don't understand this distinction. They carry their functions till they elect a new president. They were in unison. If you look, when and then Alungi, at the watch on a TV, you see say they come together, they took a decision unanimously and asked somebody for chair the Congress till they get a new leader.
Okay, let me take some calls and allow his Lord Chief Forest the Beaten, Chris Kamara. Let's take 0799-4993 and be part of the program this morning. Of course, they also don't agree that the SLFA started the constitution need to be reviewed, and that could be determined by the highest parliament in the football way, the Congress and the membership. Hello, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio, please. Hello? Please, you know, go on for talk, you get yourself at the background. I think from where we young, we don't hear people in this say where they call. Just move away from your radio set if you want to forget you said clear. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Toby.
Yes, your name was how they call you from?
In Avampasi, I call from Swallow, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much for this program. I want to say kudos to Chris Kamara. We can call Chris Kamara. I can let her. They have said the issue. They understand well. Honestly, when I even do, I believe they're gonna keep quiet and sit down because the FIFA president don't congratulate everybody. So I have already this opportunity for tennis. Let them keep quiet. Yeah.
0799-4993, and I think that is why we call this Epic Sport, because we bring to you the people that are. Please turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Yes, good day, concerned citizen from Lungi.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let's just forget about everything. Now we work on the interest of the country. Now we don't get a leader. Now don't forget about all the things that go on now. Let's focus on what Babadi they can do for me. Football business. We have football while they play at the country.
Right.
So don't forget about all the things that happen so now. So I'm not concerned on this, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, it's a pleasure. 0799-4993. Time check now is 3 o'clock, 11:49, and the show ends at 12. 0799-4993. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Toby.
Yes. Your name was how to call you from?
Concerned citizen.
Yes.
I call from Regent.
Mm-hmm.
Toby, this thing is a bad precedent.
All right. Sadly, the person he will make some point or for making a comment, not the show, but unfortunately the call dropped. 079-994-993. Yes, Aboloko, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Toby.
Yes.
Yeah, Central Media One. I tell me about that, and they thank you, for all the analysis they were they give. It's in terms of football, in terms of the constitution. We believe say Salon football, the constitution not the problem. Especially waiting up under all the objection with people and they give towards waiting up by the Congress is all about constitution. You don't see So I will first say congratulations to Babadi for being a president of the Sierra Leone Football Association. You don't see, because it's any kind way we for embrace and now.
Okay.
All man, you at one, everybody for come on board.
All right.
Because this is not football. And this Babadi nothing win, a Salo win. You don't see a Salo win. So would they beg everybody which don't happen more forgettable and more all country one and support the game. Thank you, sir, from Central One Media One.
All right, we take like 3 more calls, and we all know how busy we Deputy Mayor Kende. We don't feel like all on for a long while. Good morning.
Yes, Toby, good morning, sir.
Yes, your name is call you from?
I call from Kambia, Okufo.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't know if Chris Kamago member, the former president, Thomas Ladibema, they can promise Okufu say he defends the field. We say talk that what they in there. So now so things happen. So thank you very much.
0799949993. Call and be part of the program this morning. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning. I'm founder of the Mapike movement supporting Babadi Kama for the FLS presidency.
Yes.
I'm unfortunately, I want to Kama forgive me because I don't talk a lot but if you say as somebody in the couch problem at FLS, I don't know say I want for the people away in the fight are collecting and change at the FLS. Me first, I got first go to the Babadi after we costly. To radically say people are really on that today. We don't want to continue go correct. And in my way, I do the way that the deputy mayor himself, who will be listening on Canada, the FLSA, will change it as a lawyer. And that's my own contribution.
All right. Let's see. We'll take 2 more calls. Sorry, we'll take 2 more calls and we bring the curtain down for today's edition. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, Toby.
Yes. Good morning.
Shaman Alex of Set of Limit.
Yes, Shaman Alex. Yes.
And I just want to say kudos to you for the program, where I believe say everything that you reveal to the people of this nation. And I want to say kudos to His Excellency the Deputy Mayor, Mr. Kwekulik, and to the Secretary General, Chris Kamara. Coming on my way, I represent a constituency for life, and I believe say the people of this country don't talk, and I believe say the voice of the people don't be heard. And Babadi, we wish him a good luck and a success, because I believe say a man will get the game art, and I believe say it must change for pushing and try for continue the legacy of Somodari Bama. We don't go out.
Okay.
I believe say instead our we don't spend a lot for football, and I believe say as long as a leader, he must create the difference. I want to thank you to the deputy mayor again and Chris Kamara, and I wish them go try for Chris Kamara back as general secretary. Thank you, Shaman Alex.
All right. This is the word I've been waiting for, and definitely I will ask Chris. That will be my final question. We don't get leakage already, so that will be my final question to Chris. Come on. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, you know where you call from?
My name is Daniel. I call from Bukit.
Yeah, Daniel. Go ahead, please.
I say kudos to Babadi. Yeah, we Sierra Leone and they love me that man chance. Me know to Baba, but that man. So yeah, I'm not waiting a man don't do. But let a man take money, build one more stadium. You are at the big. Let them give a man chance. That man able to change football dimension at this country. And me they say, let God bless her, let continue good work. You know one day give me but anybody already do good thing.
All right. Oh, sadly lost that caller day. We're not going to take any more calls again for now, and so let's just come to his Lord worship. People still get trust in football. A lot of trust people still get in football, and many people as well believe say with only football developed in this country, we go forget about the hardship, we go forget about the economic situation in the country, because we all try to achieve one goal. I remember when we qualified to the Nations Cup, no than at Simini, no than at Loco, no than at APC or than SLPP. And there is this allegation, say, it's become a political interference out of this, when I concluded the election, between APC and SLPP, as people they alleged. But I say, the deputy mayor, APC person, and Babari is from the SLPP, but is still willing for work with them. So I see no political interference in that. But what think would be your message of hope to Sierra Leoneans, looking at the fact that we get 2 crucial matches in September, we need to fight for a space in the next FIFA World Cup?
One thing I can assure this football family in Sierra Leone is that success will come overnight. You go for build on now. You see Chris Kamadi talk about I shall start in life.
Yeah.
Some people might just know him as FIFA council member, CAF Exco, but they don't know how the journey began. And behind every glory, there has to be a story. Yeah. If we qualify for last AFCON, there was a story behind that. Yeah. If them Boboden, the under 20, do as well as they did in the last tournament, there's a story behind that. So we need to build our structures properly. We will ensure we entrust the right people in the right space. That humanism, that I go for compensate you because you don't do something even though you're not capable. We go for address all the issues then they. And as the last caller, point with the last caller make, the leadership pocket now, we're able to tell you, see that this I don't do for football. Not to which one can do, that this I don't do. You can touch it, you can feel it. Something then they talk for themselves. If you want to move ahead, you better deal with somebody. We don't invent the way, then you come back for carry invent the wheel. So going forward, I can assure the football stakeholders in Sierra Leone and the Sierra Leonean public say the good things from the last administration, this executive could build on that, and the excess apart from that. We plan to create a level playing field because we know the importance of football in Sierra Leone. You get small bubble, Ben Kailan somewhere, somebody the Ben Cambia in digging all and forbid the next Mohamed Kalon. Because I don't see that first hero where they interact with. They see their name there, they see their Lamine Yamal them, they see them all on TV, you want to emulate them. And if we not provide the enabling environment, these kids, they're not able to get the benefit of the opportunities they need. And we know say football, not to TV, reliable. One good injury, career don't done.
Sure.
A lot of people never start, we've been getting the game. And they make kind of life. So, for using football for impact the country, economy, and governance, if you like, let football as space still remain sanitized. Let be for Sierra Leone. Let create something good in Sierra Leone through football. Remember, for a long time, Sierra Leone after the war, they say Cotan, cut food, no so.
Sure.
After you begin get foreign direct investment, all of a sudden Sierra Leone GDP begin go up. All of a sudden we begin get news about Sierra Leone internationally has been the fastest growing economy. It happened in this country. So we can always able to change the trajectory of the information. And we want for being good news to football in Sierra Leone. And I believe say Sierra Leoneans then can be comforted in that, because even we talk about every Sunday for small we only play ball on the beach. Also,
yes.
But why is beach football in Sierra Leone today? So there's all the things that we get to look into and ensure so we incorporate.
So it means when I look at sort of focus this particular year,
absolutely
everything has to do with football.
With football, just to make sure that they reach out, that everybody benefits. There's so many stakeholders. There's so many other roles inside football. Because football is one whole industry. Not to pass you kick the ball. But good people and they will play different rules. Then we will enhance the whole ecosystem within the game. So we're looking forward. For me, I look forward for open up the space, make everybody come in, interested party. We have so many intelligent people, young people, and we look at all. Toby, you guys are young guys who on a contribution can be so effective if only you allowed in the space. That's what we want to do. We can monopolize and begin hold on to the thing. We need to develop the next generation, because we must have a succession plan a proper succession plan. People must be clear on the rules. We know for say that's so we for do. All man for no say that the direction this way they go. If we depart from them, we for know why make we depart from that direction. So the then they make it for say in terms of what we're going to bring, that hope we're going to bring to Sierra Leone is that the space is now open for everybody. And I agree, we all come on board. It's about Sierra Leone. Put all our differences aside and come on board for push to come forward.
All right, like I'm to thank you very much. Is Lord Worship. Let's just come to Chris. Chris, two more questions from me. One, which is now we realize that we have a lot of media training where CAF and FIFA they establish, but I don't know under Madam Aisha, you haven't seen under Tomodadi Brahima, have not seen any. Well, an independent media person, but I don't see the media department at SLF don't go to several training. Does FIFA send fund or CAF send fund for that, for capacity building for independent journalists? And again, are you still open if you are contacted to work as secretary at SLFA?
In the first place, your question is, under Madam Aisha Yohansi, yes, we did give opportunities to media personalities. For example, Esther Marie Sambura. Okay. There has been several names them. We get the opportunity, and you don't listen from the executive committee member. You don't tell us that the space has been opened. Not to any longer a period of compensation. You compensate positions to individuals who are not competent. I'll give you an example before I answer your second question. We are in Cameroon. Mr. Lisk be focused on other aspects that has to do with the national team. Now we can get this issue about tickets. Mm-hmm. It was so rowdy. Now the first time where I see Sierra Leoneans reacting came in, I attacked the executive committee. Because the first match, for play, they were unable to get their tickets on time. We went in there in an ESCO meeting, Mr. Lisk said, hey, look, I take leadership. Chris, you and I work on this. Trust me, Toby. That was the time you see, when they say leadership, before Sierra Leone they play the next game, 24 hours before the game, Toby, your tickets, then you earn. You know the stadium, you know the seat where you sit down. So if that can be happen in a foreign land, we went into Morocco. We had a situation. He stepped in. You know, people, you get people them way that, hey, Mr. President, this man not to president, he want to become so win. No. Situation as leadership. He sees the problem, he fixed the problem. So if we have that kind of leadership now, being around SLAFA for good governance, for competence, for compliance, and for everything that has to do with football, Toby, I will tell you for free, within 3 to 4 years, we'll start competing with the Senegals of this world, the Algerians of this world. Maybe Morocco will begin to say there is an emerging champions again from the western coast of Africa. I will assure you that. And my final statement is, the decision of Udabi General Secretary rests on the executive committee. Chris has nothing to say about that. Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure. One for appreciate and tell plenty thank you to his Lord Worship, the Deputy Mayor of Freetown, and also an ex-co officer now for the second term. We spare in time for joining the studios, and to Chris Kamaras, where we don't come agree and say the constitution need for be reviewed. To DJ Bishop, to the technical support. Abubakar Bendu, when you watch the show on the Facebook page. We'll meet again tomorrow. Amina Mohammed Toby, they say goodbye.